BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
Shalom, 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 Israel. First, giving honor to the Most High and His Son, Yahushua. Excuse me. Today's class, the curse of disobedience and its effect on our children. If you look at how we have things going right now in our neighborhoods, in our households, amongst families and friends, everything is in disarray. There are no longer an actual family structure, let alone direction and instruction in that family structure. So some of our brothers and sisters did not have the privilege of growing up with a father in their home, did not have the privilege of growing up with a mother in their home, or did not have the privilege of growing up without their actual parents. Some of our brothers and sisters had to go through a system.
That's right.
Some of our brothers and sisters had to be raised by Big Mama. But all of these things are coinciding off of disobedience. Because if we would have listened to begin with, we wouldn't have had to deal with what we're dealing with now.
That's right.
But we have an opportunity to change the outcome, but we have to start following Christ. We're going to get into it. Go ahead, give me Romans 15:4.
Romans chapter 15 to verse 4. But whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
For what, bro?
Were written for our learning.
Again, the family structure is no longer a real family structure. Even our brothers and sisters that had the privilege of growing up with their father and mother in the household, some of them, a large majority of them, were not taught to be men. We're not taught to be actual dignified women. We're taught to be wives. We're taught to be husbands. Was actually taught to handle business. No, nobody in the household was passing down any traits or any knowledge. See, the Lord said these things were written for our learning. Read, bro.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Might what, bro?
Might have hope.
That we might have hope. That torch that we pass on to the next generation burns brighter, burns longer, burns stronger. So they can pass that same light on to the next generation.
That's right.
But see, this is the thing. We're not doing that. We are letting society, we are letting social media, we're letting these forms of outlets raise our children.
That's right. That's right.
Teach our children. Train our children instead of letting the word of the Lord do that. Instead of you being a parent, you being a father, you being a mother, a father figure, a mother figure, instilling these values, instilling these morals, instilling this wisdom, instilling this knowledge. You letting TikTok teach your child.
Bring it out.
You letting Instagram raise your son.
Bring it out.
You letting Facebook dictate how they think, how they move, how they strategize. Men are more emotional and less pragmatic. Women are more masculine. They choose not to listen because the men nowadays ain't men.
That's right.
The roles are reversed. The women have become the men have become the women. By us being disobedient, these are now the examples. These are now the idols. These are now the things that our children grasp hold to, and they grab hold strong. These are the things teaching them. But let's get into it. Give me Isaiah 3:12.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12.
Read that, bro.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
You say what, bro?
Children are their oppressors.
Man, if you look at how things are going, our children, man, our teenagers, the sisters out here being frivolous with their body. Just giving it up to any Tom, Dick, and Harry that look good, that talk good, that got some swag to them.
Bring it out.
Our men out here, the teenage boys out here riding in the streets, man, gunning each other down.
That's right.
Robbing folks left and right, being menaces, being terrorists. Out in the streets, out in the community, and in their own homes. No man in the household to actually teach instruction, to give direction, to show the boy how to be a man. No father in the household to be there to teach the woman on what to look for when a man trying to game her down.
Bring it out.
The mother wasn't taught this by her mama, by her granny, by her father. So all she know is to pass down the same traits that she had.
That's right.
After being frivolous with her body.
That's right.
I hear anybody with a fat knot in their pocket, they taking her home. Anybody that can provide some form of material gain, but don't care about her mind, just want her for her body. Because she don't care about her mind. She don't care about her body. She just want the bag.
No.
Read it again, bro.
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
And what?
And women rule over them.
Because now, again, even with our brothers and sisters that was privileged enough to have a father and mother in the household, the father ain't a father. The father isn't teaching, isn't giving instruction, isn't being that backbone. No instruction, no guidance. This is what we dealing with. Read, bro.
O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err.
They which what, bro?
They which lead thee, cause thee to err.
That TikTok up.
They which lead thee, cause thee to err.
How about that Instagram, bro?
They which lead thee, cause thee to err.
Because our social media has now ultimately become the mother.
That's right.
Has ultimately become the father.
That's right.
Have become the parents of these children. Because what you see on social media all day, half-naked women, people playing dangerous pranks on each other, touching on men and women's faces, messing with each other's households, trying to disrupt families. You got your rap music going on strong. Our brothers and sisters in videos just being ridiculous with it. Valuing chains, watches, gold teeth, diamonds, money in their pocket, tight clothes on. And that's what it is to be a man. Got the Glock hanging out. Everybody running around with straps and choppers.
Bring it out.
Don't nobody understand the value of a dollar.
That's right.
Don't nobody understand how important it is to build yourself up with a skill, with a talent. All we know is shoot him up, bang, bang, rob him.
That's right.
Game her down. Trick him out his money. Because we have let society lead us to error. We have let ourselves fall far from the Lord.
That's right.
Read.
And destroy the way of thy path.
And do what, bro?
And destroy the way of thy path.
Give me that first video out. Let's see some of the destroyed paths, man. Go ahead, play. Turn it up some, bro. Start it over. Just hit back. That worked. Go ahead, play.
Breaking, 2 teenagers arrested in the armed robbery of a postal worker. Investigators say that the 16-year-old boys showed a knife and an airsoft pistol when they robbed the letter carrier in Melrose. The teenagers were caught on camera running from the scene. Officers say the witnesses and that piece of video helped them to identify the teenagers. The pair told police that they learned about stealing checks in the mail on TikTok. Scott,
don't buy solar panels. Seriously, there is a very good reason why we're saying this. If you're thinking about buying solar panels, don't. The U.S. government.
It literally just showed you who taught them how to go out there and be stick-up kids. Social media. No father in the household. No mother really giving instruction. no form of man that can actually show guidance. Nobody in their ear showing them how to actually work for what they need, put forth a skill that can provide income. But you resort to robbing. You resort to killing. You resort to being a terror. Because that's the curse of our disobedience. As the ones that's supposed to teach the generation. The ones to come. The one that's supposed to instill the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord. The ones that are supposed to show them how to walk like Christ. The ones that are supposed to show them how to operate.
That's right.
Because of our disobedience, not upholding our end. Now our children, you see the effects. You see the effects. Our daughters, little baby girls, bro, out here having children at the age of 12.
That's right. Bring it out.
Our sons, all they see, man, is stick-up kids, is robbers, is dope dealers, players, thugs. So what you think they gonna go do? They trying to get their stripes.
That's right.
They trying to get put on. They trying to make a name for themselves. And end up either dead or in jail. Or daddy. They pops in the house. Pops been thugging since 92. Ain't changed nothing about his lifestyle. Ain't changed nothing about his personality. Ain't changed nothing.
Bring it out.
All he know is illegal this. Illegal that. In the streets this. In the streets that. So what you think his son gonna do? The mama. Out here getting used and abused. Out here using and abusing and emasculating the men that are in her life. What you think the daughter gonna do? Use what she got to get what she want.
Bring it out.
Go back, bro. Isaiah 3:8.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined.
For what?
For Jerusalem is ruined.
This ruin, man, is because of our disobedience. Because we had the job of guiding the youth. We had the job of instilling the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding of the Lord, the love of the Lord. That was our job. But because we ain't did it, it's in ruin. Read.
And Judah is fallen.
And what?
And Judah is fallen.
Read.
Because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord.
Because what, bro?
Their tongue and their doings are against the Lord.
Bro, when the last time you heard somebody actually truly talk about the Lord?
That's right.
When the last time you heard a 13-year-old boy talk about I need to follow Christ?
You know.
When the last time you heard a 12-year-old girl talking about I want to be like Sarah? I want to be like the well-maintained and walking righteous women of the Lord. When the last time you heard a girl say she want to dress modestly?
Bring it out.
Read the last part again, bro. Because of the what?
Because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord.
Read.
To provoke the eyes of his glory.
See, we've provoked the eyes of the Lord, bro, because now this is what we're dealing with. This is what's going on. This is the fruits of our labors. Go to Sirach.
Sirach.
Chapter 3. Start at verse 1.
Chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear me, your father.
He say what, bro?
Hear me, your father.
See, not only is it talking to us as the adults, us as the parents, us as the ones that's supposed to teach the children. Bringing that to the children, letting them know, hear the Father, hear you. But also you need to hear the Father. You need to hear the voice of the Lord.
That's right.
Read.
Hear me, your father, O children.
Oh, what?
O children.
Read.
And do thereafter, that ye may be saved.
And do what, bro?
And do thereafter, that ye may be saved.
See, it's not just talking about the children. It's talking about you as well. By you being disobedient, by you not listening, you ain't safe. Our brothers and sisters, man, are terrified to walk down the streets in their own neighborhood because they scared they're going to get robbed, they're going to get killed, they're going to catch a stray bullet, something's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You can't leave your children outside unattended for too long because somebody may feel like they want to snatch them up.
Bring it out.
Don't let your daughter walk out the house and she got too much skin showing. Something may happen.
Bring it out.
Don't let your son all of a sudden put on the wrong color or say the wrong thing around the wrong people. You may not see him tomorrow.
Bring it out.
Read it again from the top, bro.
Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be saved.
Read.
For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children.
He did what?
Hath given honor over the children.
Read.
And hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the son.
He say he has given the father honor over the children and the mother the authority over the son. Not only is it speaking of you as a father and you as a mother, but it's speaking of the Lord and the instructions that he's given. The father, the Lord, the mother, the instruction. Because what is the job of the mother for the children?
Bring it out.
To teach, to inform. And what is the word of the Lord? What is it telling you to do? What is it teaching you to do? But see, I'm going to explain more. Go to Proverbs 6 and 20. Read that right quick, bro.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 20. My son.
My what?
My son.
Read.
Keep thy father's commandment.
Do what?
Keep thy father's commandment.
Yeah, the same thing where it says, hear me, your father, O children, and do therefore that ye may be safe. Read it again, bro.
My son. Keep thy father's commandment.
Listen to the instruction of the Lord. Read.
And forsake not the law of thy mother.
And do what, bro?
And forsake not the law of thy mother.
And forsake not the teachings of that word. Forsake not that instruction. Forsake not that guidance. But see, we look over that. We don't even think about that. Inconsequential for us. Completely goes over our head. Not even a second thought. Go back. Sirach 3 and 1 again.
Sirach chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter that ye may be saved. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children, and hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons.
Read.
Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins.
Say, whoso honoreth his father make an atonement for his sins. Read.
And he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure.
And say, he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. Being obedient, listening, put into play the instruction of the Lord. Implement the guidance, the teachings. Read.
Whosoever honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children.
Hold up. So again, it's letting you know, not just you as the father over the children, but you as a father being a child to the Lord. Honoring, being obedient,
That's
listening.
Right.
Read.
Whosoever honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children.
Shall what?
Have joy of his own children.
So, is there joy? Finding out that that your son had been gunned down because of a bonehead decision he made that he could have easily been guided out of? Is there joy that finding out that your 12-year-old daughter is pregnant? Is there joy finding out that all of a sudden your child ain't came home? You gotta wait 24 hours before you can report them being missing. Last time you seen your daughter, she walked outside in her freakum dress.
Bring it out.
There's no joy in that. There's no joy in getting a phone call and all you hear is frantic screaming and crying, and all of a sudden Ray ain't coming home tonight. Read.
And when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life.
Hello, shall what, bro?
He that honoreth his father shall have a long life.
Bro, our boys and girls, man, they not making it.
Bring it out.
They not making it. Physically, mentally, or spiritually. We still got quote-unquote grown-ass men that still have the mind of a child.
That's right.
We still have grown-ass women that still have not matured.
No.
Let alone the ones that get their candle blown out early.
Bring it out.
Because don't think the sisters ain't out here catching bodies too.
Bring it out.
This is the curse of the disobedience on our end. Failing to honor the father. Failing to honor the mother. Our job. Disregarding it. Read, bro.
And he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother.
Hold up. And he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be a comfort. Because when you're being obedient means that you are listening, meaning that you are putting into play the instruction. So if your dad tell you, I need you in the house when these street lights come on, guess where you at? When your father teach you how to respectfully engage in a conversation or impede in a conversation with, excuse me, don't mean to interrupt. Or your mother is teaching you how to be a lady, how to speak and act, how to dress properly. Read, bro.
He that feareth the Lord.
Matter of fact, hold up. I'm jumping ahead. Read verse 6 again.
Verse 6. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother.
Give me the second video, bro. Let's see if this is a comfort to anybody mama, bro. Pull that up.
Shooters who appear to be celebrating and all smiles just minutes after causing pure chaos on Saturday night.
11 Lions' Cody Alcorn is live along the 17th Street Bridge. And Cody, it seems like those young people had no remorse at all.
Run.
All of these videos, bro, is literally for educational purposes. Look at the estate that we have, bro. Look at how we guiding and leading these children. Just look. Play, bro.
I'll be honest, to see these young men laughing and carrying on is downright disturbing. You're about to see it. And to know that Zion was with them. His mom admitted that he snuck out of a friend's house. He came here to the 17th Street Bridge, Atlantic Station. He met up with his buddies, and this group left this 12-year-old to die.
Pause it.
Just minutes before.
12-year-old snuck out of the house. That being obedient? Is that being a comfort to the mother?
Bring it out.
Because the mom think he's in the location that he said he was going to be, or that she dropped him off at, or the last place that she seen him. If you're sneaking out, that means you're not supposed to be out. That means you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
That's right.
Play on, bro.
4 shots were fired on Saturday night. Surveillance video captured this group walking along 17th Street. APD says the young man with the black and gold hoodie is one of the shooters. The teen in all yellow at the bottom right is 12-year-old Zion Charles, who will soon be gunned down. Walking just feet behind him, APD says, is a second shooter. You see him again on a different camera. Minutes later, APD says 15-year-old Cameron Jackson rolls by on a scooter.
Somebody else's name, they say, that's Cameron, that's our position. That's when shots rang out.
Chaos followed. 17th Street was locked down, but the shooters managed to get over to the Art Center MARTA station across 85. Cameras picked up the group. You see the suspect in the blue hoodie walking down the stairs, followed by the young man in the yellow and black hoodie. And as they wait for the train,
they also seem to be celebrating.
You can see the bulge on it.
Gestures and talking about the shooting.
All smiles and handshakes, but what you don't see is their buddy Zion. APD says he was lying along 17th Street, taking his last breaths.
All for the stripes.
Group, whose mom says he snuck out to meet up with, continued on.
During the train ride, they antagonized different customers. They flashed gang signs.
Take one more good look. While APD says this guy is the primary shooter, this teen also opened fire.
All for the stripes.
The third shooter.
All for the clout.
The group.
All because everybody's sliding on ops. Ain't no comfort in that. Ain't no comfort getting a phone call saying that you'll never see your 12-year-old son again. But again, who's to blame? The disobedience. This is that curse of that disobedience. Us not doing what we were supposed to do. Go to Deuteronomy 6 and 4, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So this is part of that instruction, and we are supposed to do this. But see, our actions are going to show us if we really love the Lord with all our fiber of our being, man. Read, bro.
And with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day.
And these words which I command you this day. Read.
Shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently.
Hello, Dusha, what?
Teach them diligently.
Read.
Unto thy children.
Unto what?
Unto thy children.
Unto who?
Unto thy children.
Read.
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as spotless between thy eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the post of thy house and on thy gates.
See, if we would have did this, if we would have brought the instruction of the Lord into our household, into our children, we wouldn't have to worry about them being gunned down in the street.
That's right.
We wouldn't have to worry about them out here trying to hit licks. Out here trying to slang dope. Out here trying to live the lifestyle of a rapper, of a drug dealer, of a gangbanger, of a street cat. Out here idolizing a thug, a menace, terrorist of the neighborhood.
Bring it out.
Give me Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4. This is our job. We were disobedient in bringing that understanding to the children, to the younger generation. Read that, bro.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
Saying what?
Provoke not your children to
They
wrath.
say provoke not your children to wrath. The decisions that you made out there in the streets, guess what they did? They stripped you from that household. Put you in a whole nother system. Guess what it did for your child? Left your child without a father. Left your child in a household to be raised just with a mother. You can clearly see the statistics of the single parent household, you can clearly see what happens without that authority figure, without that man there. By you being absent is a way to provoke that child to wrath. Because now he's not there. He gonna resent you.
Bring it out.
For not being in his life.
That's right.
For not being in her life.
That's right.
For not being there when she needed you. For not being there when she needed you to call her beautiful, to call her that princess that she is, so don't no man tell her the same thing and get up in her drawers.
That's right.
Your son needed you to be there. To be that voice of wisdom. To be that guidance. To be that strength. When he feel like he can't go on, when he feel like he can't complete the task, you show him how to do it. You show him that there's strength. You show him how not to give up. Provoking the child to wrath. Off of the disobedience that you so eloquently display. Both man and woman. Because now, what's the mother gonna do? She gonna look at the son as unfortunately, as a surrogate husband in essence. Because now she's expecting that boy to be a man. She's expecting that boy to do the duties of a man. He only 10, bro. He only 5. Forcing that child to grow up extremely fast without any self-control over his own emotions, because that is the biggest thing that our men nowadays, our boys nowadays, do not know how to control their emotions. No. Do not know how to be pragmatic. Do not know how to take the time to think in a situation and come up with the best solution. All they know how to is react. You said something, I'm upset, now you dead. You said something, I'm upset, now I'm dead. Ain't no talking. That's not how men operate. That's not the instruction of the Lord. That's not how Christ needs us to move. But because we're not there, it's provoking that child to their wrath. Read.
But bring them up in the nature and the admonition of the Lord. Servants.
You good. You good. He said not to provoke them, but bring them up in the nature and the admonition of the Lord. The teachings, the guiding, instructing them that they may be in the frontlets of their eyes. That they may be a walking embodiment of the light of Christ. A stand-up bro, a stand-up sister, a well-rounded, talented sister. Ain't no lies, ain't no deceit, ain't no malice. Know how to use their mind and speak. Use proper language, man. Know how to be clear and concise with the things that they do. Versus being reactive. Go back. Isaiah 3 and start at verse 8 again, bro.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord.
Because what?
Their tongue and their doings are against the Lord.
Read.
To provoke the eyes of his glory, to shew their countenance doth witness against them.
To show that their countenance thus witness against them. To show these actions, bro, are showing that the curse of our disobedience has had a detrimental effect on the generations to come. Read.
And they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not.
They what?
They hide it not.
They what?
They hide it not.
Bro, social media, they put it right full-fledged right there for you to see. Out here committing crimes and hopping on live.
Bring it out.
To rob somebody. Hop on live. Yeah, man, I just did this, that, and the third. Now pistol in your mouth right there on live. Give me what you got. I need it all. Run them pockets, partner. Out here trying to be bad. Dropping your location. Oh, you thought the ops weren't gonna pull up? Because they emotional just like you. When no father in their household to show them how to really evaluate their emotions and evaluate how they move.
No.
Sisters on here hopping on social media, giving other sisters game on how to trick and lie to men. Drug them up and rob them. Use your sexuality to get what you want out of the process. Not realizing how much these bodies that you're taking on, bro, affect you mentally. Keep you from truly bonding with your partners. Because the society tell you, go out there and be frivolous with your body. Literally, the cat out the bag. Ain't no mystery, nothing left up to imagination. It's just lust, desires, the flesh.
Bring it out.
Right there for you. Read, bro.
Woe unto their soul.
Woe what?
Woe unto their soul.
Read.
For they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
By the disobedience that we have done, man. Go back. Sirach, chapter 3. And start at verse 6, bro.
Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 6. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life.
So he that honoreth his father shall have a long life. So you honoring your father, the Lord, by teaching your children, by giving them guidance, by giving them thus say the Lord, by teaching them how to move, by teaching them how to operate, by teaching them to be like Christ. That's how you honor your father. Read.
And he that is obedient unto the Lord.
And he that is obedient unto the Lord. Read.
Shall be a comfort to his mother. For he that feareth the Lord will honor his father, and will do service unto his parents, and as to his masters.
Read verse 7 again one more time, bro.
Verse 7. He that feareth the Lord.
He that feareth the Lord, read.
Will honor his father.
Will what?
Will honor his father.
Read.
And will do service unto his parents.
And will what?
And will do service unto his parents.
So you, again, how you honor the father and honor the mother, being obedient. Following through with the instruction that was given to us. Being that father to their son. Being that father to their daughter. Being that mother to your son. Being that mother to your daughter. Actually showing them how to be men and women. Actually showing them and teaching them how to take care of a household when they become a husband. How to take care of a household when she become a wife. How to deal and speak with your woman when you start living essentially with each other. How to speak and deal with your husband. How to deal with your children. How to be an actual mother unto your generation to come. How to be a father unto your generation to come. That's how you show that honor. That's the service that you are completing unto your parents. And they'll do the same for you. Read.
As to his masters, honor thy father and mother, both in word and deed.
Both what?
Both in word and deed.
So you, as their father, you, as their mother, you, as their parent, need to honor the Lord in both word and deed. This is how it goes. This is how we reverse that curse, bro. By taking heed unto the instruction. Read.
that a blessing may come upon thee from them. For the blessing of the Father establishes the houses of the children.
He said, for the blessing of the Father establishes the houses of the children, because now he's instilled in them knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He's giving them skills. He's giving them actual tangible treasures, man. How to work with his hands, how to build, how to work with her hands, how to build, how to instruct, how to really be a teacher of the children. Establishing these houses before they're even made. Because now you've laid that foundation for your son to build on. Now you've laid that foundation for your daughter to build on, so that they light so shine. So that they can do the same thing that you've done for them to their generation to come.
Bring it up.
Read.
But the curse of the mother.
But what?
But the curse of the mother.
But what, bro?
But the curse of the mother.
Read.
Rooteth out foundation.
So that curse of that mother. Again. Son growing up emotional. Not knowing how to truly process things. Father not being in the household, so now he has to ultimately grow up faster than what he's supposed to. The daughter not knowing how to properly be a decent woman, a woman of value. She just throwing it out to the highest bidder. Very masculine. Emasculating the men that she speak with. Dogging them out. The ones that are actually good for her and can provide the proper thing that she need in life, they corny.
Bring it up.
She want the thug on the block with the gold teeth and the chains, trying to be a fake thug.
Bring it out.
Trying to be like the next rapper, the next stick-up kid.
That's right.
She want her relationships to be toxic because they fun. But it ain't fun when he all upside your head.
Bring it out.
It ain't fun when you got to call on your uncles and your brothers to come handle him because he done put his hands on you. He done choked you up on the wall. Then beat you up in front of your children. Oh, wait. That child ain't even his.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Not knowing self-control, laying down with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Now you got 4 children between 3 baby daddies. Destroying yourself. Because now your children are going to look at the decisions that you made and think that's how their life should go.
Right.
And then be mad when Quisha got a whole bun in her oven at the age of 13. You just barely touched 30. Now you a grandma.
Bring it out.
The curse of disobedience, man. Read on, bro.
Glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father.
The glory of a man is from the honor of his father. That's speaking to you as the child, being the honor of the Lord, and you as a father, being the honor of your child, your children. Because of your examples, the foundation that you have laid, the instruction that you have given, all line up with the Father. Finish it out, bro.
And a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children.
Well, let's see some of that reproach. Give me that next video, bro.
Had 2 cars that had suspects in them. One SUV with the 4 teens who deputies say pulled off this robbery. The other car had only a single adult in it. They believe was watching the teens. They believe it was a part of a gang initiation. Both cars reported stolen just in the last week, and it's a type of violent crime here that Sumter County deputies say they don't usually see out in these parts.
She'll see them enter right there, the three of them.
It's not the type of violence deputies usually see here in Sumter County.
Now the clerk, he's reaching down, we believe, for a firearm, but they pistol whip him.
3 teens with guns, one seen here with blood on it, after deputies say they robbed a gas station late Friday night.
They put all the customers on the floor. They robbed them of their cell phones and purses. And they also pistol whipped the clerk.
Then they took Sumter County deputies, they say, on a dual and dangerous high-speed chase involving this red Hyundai and this black Cadillac. And detectives believe it was all part of a gang initiation.
The one in the red car observing could have been,
that should be it. Check the time.
Could have been a gang member.
Yeah, that's it. This is their reproach. Because if the father was in the household teaching these boys to be men, they wouldn't have to go and beat up on a clerk at a gas station for a measly $300. Wouldn't have to be out here trying to be robbers and stick up kids, because now they understand the value of $1 and the importance and the pride you have in being able to build something for yourself. And the appreciation because you understood how hard it was to get it from the ground up.
Bring it out.
The mother, she was really teaching the children. She wouldn't have to worry about speaking. Talking about this is out of the character of her son. But Rodney been robbing and fighting folks since he was 4. No, not my baby, not my baby. Now you got to talk to him through the glass. Now you got to take what little money that you had for a lawyer, for his books, to try to show that he is innocent for a blatant crime that he's guilty for. This is the reproach. Now you looked at in the neighborhood already as an unfit mother, an unfit father, unfit parent. You the house that don't nobody want to come over. You the mother of a son or a daughter that other families, other parents tell their children to stay away from.
Bring it out.
Who house you trying to go over? Jimmy who? Jimmy John? Who is mama? Felicia? Nah, you good. You can stay at home.
Bring it out.
We all done had a situation like that.
Bring it out.
The curse of the disobedience, of our disobedience, leaving this much of a lasting effect on our children.
Right.
That instead of getting it out the mud, working, having appreciation for something, you're going to take from somebody else that's established. You're going to take from somebody else that's trying to actually be an upstanding citizen. Try to live their life right. Take from them. Give me 2 Timothy 3. Let's start at verse 2, Drew.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 2.
Read.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents.
What, bro?
Disobedient to parents.
Read.
Unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
These are all characteristics of what our children are displaying right now. These are all characteristics that we are displaying right now.
That's right.
So where do you think the child learning it from?
Bring it out.
Where do you think your daughter learning it from? Where do you think your son learning it from? Because not only are they seeing it in the social media and in the society, they're seeing it in their own household.
That's right.
Or a lack of in their own household. Read on, bro.
Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures, more than lovers of God.
Read that part again, bro.
Lovers of pleasures, more than lovers of God.
Because again, you got our daughters out here being so frivolous with their body. They loving other pleasure. They not thinking about the lasting effects being out here in these streets being run through. Their lasting effects on their mental. How they operate with other people. How they speak. How they carry themselves. Don't understand that the Lord put these things in place so you don't have to go through what you're going through. So you don't have to be looked at as an item just for pleasure.
That's right.
But as somebody that can provide and build and turn a house into a home.
Bring it out.
Turn a girl into a woman. The child don't hear it because we're not doing it.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away.
Hold on. Read verse 5 again, bro.
Verse 5. Having a form of godliness.
Having a form of godliness, because we are made in the image of the Lord. We hold that power, man, to increase. We hold that power, man, to display the light for everybody else to grab hold to. Read.
But denying the power thereof.
But doing what, bro?
But denying the power thereof.
But denying the power thereof. Not even thinking about what the Lord needs you to do. Not even thinking about what your actual purpose is. Not even thinking about it. Denying it. Read.
From such turn away.
From what?
From such turn away.
Because again, when the last time you heard a teenager say anything positive about trying to be like Christ? When the last time you heard a teenager say anything about them wanting to get closer to the Lord?
Bring it out.
Junior over here trying to get closer to Sheila so he can go ahead and knock her socks off.
Bring it out.
Out. Read, bro.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses and led captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with divers lusts.
With what, bro?
Led away with divers lusts.
Because we are not implementing the instruction of the Lord, so our houses are in disarray now. Boys growing up in a household without a father, mistreating their mother, putting their hands on their mama, down talking on their mama. Bro, it's crazy. She done took your game system away, so now you got to put a bullet in her head. She done took your phone away, so now you plotting to do something bad to her. Read verse 7, bro.
Verse 7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
It say ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. What are you ever learning? How to be disobedient. How to be truth breakers. Blasphemers. Disobedient to parents. Unthankful. Unholy. Without natural affection. Truth breakers. false accusers, incontinent, fierce. These are the traits. These are the traits. This is what you ever learned because you're not following the truth. And these are the traits that you're passing down to the children, to the generation to come. And guess what they're going to do? Pass the same thing down to the generations to come. It's time to break the cycle now.
That's right.
Go back. Give me Isaiah 3 and verse 8.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory, to shew their countenance does witness against them. And they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Say ye to the righteous, that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings.
They gonna do what, bro?
Eat the fruit of their doings.
Read.
Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him.
Hold on, let's go. Give me Galatians 6 and 7. We're gonna touch on the fruit of their doings. Read that when you get there, bro.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7.
Read.
Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
So you, being that parent, you, being that father, you, being that mother, your lack of obedience unto your father, unto your mother, this is what you're sowing. Seeds of truce breakers, seeds of ungratefulness, seeds of unholiness. And guess what you're going to reap? Read on.
For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
Read what?
Reap corruption.
Read what?
Reap corruption.
Read.
But he that soweth to the Spirit.
But he that soweth to the Spirit. But he that follows the instruction, is obedient to the instruction of the father, to the guidance of the mother. Read.
Shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
This is what you're going to sow unto your children. This is what they're going to reap. Give me that last video.
Austin police say they've arrested 4 suspects connected to a robbery spree after a victim shot one of the suspects in self-defense. 3 of the 4 teenagers arrested are pictured here. The 4th suspect is a juvenile. Detectives say 17-year-old Jalen Reed, on the left there, was arrested for a series of armed robberies and carjackings last year. Reed was released from custody on May 27th with an ankle monitor. Police believe he cut off that ankle monitor 2 days later and then went on another armed robbery spree. APD shared these surveillance pictures of the suspects. The group is linked to 9 robberies from June 10th to the 14th. On Tuesday, a couple was walking to their car at the Domain when police say Reed tried to rob them at gunpoint. When Reed focused on the woman, the male victim pulled out his gun and shot Reed in the leg. Police later found all 4 suspects and their getaway vehicle and took Reed to a hospital.
You reap what you sow.
That's right.
It's costing Amazon prime shoppers.
You reap what you sow. Time and time and time and time again. Disobedient, unholy, wicked. But again, this comes from our disobedience. Because who was there in their life to show them this ain't the way?
No.
Who was there in their life giving them the game? Who was there in their life showing them, bro, there's consequences to these actions that you are doing. There's consequences to the way that you are thinking. This ain't gonna turn out good for you.
Bring it out.
Who was there? Who was being that father? Who was being that mother? Proverbs, bro. Chapter 1 and verse 29.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 29. For that they hated knowledge.
For what?
For that they hated knowledge.
Read.
And did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof.
They what, bro?
They despise all my reproof.
They would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. Disobedient and gainsaying children. That's not only speaking about you, but that's speaking about the product of your actions. The generations to come are doing the exact same thing. Moving further and further away from the Lord. Moving further and further away from the light. Moving further and further away from righteousness. And going deeper and deeper into the depths of darkness. Going deeper and deeper into the hell, man. Horrible after horrible after horrible decisions. And then think that this is how life's supposed to be. Think that this is normal. Because this is all that they've seen. This is all that they've been shown. These are the only examples that they had to learn from. When the Lord said otherwise, when Christ said otherwise, he said, take my yoke upon you and learn of me. Read, bro.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
They're going to do what, bro?
Eat of the fruit of their own way.
Read.
And be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whosoever hearkeneth unto me,
but whoso listen unto the Father, whoso listens unto the instructions of the mother, read,
shall dwell safely.
Shall what?
Dwell safely.
Read.
And shall be quiet from the fear of evil.
Man, it's time. It's time for us to break that curse of disobedience. It's time for us to uphold our mantle and uphold our end and teach the next generation how to serve the Lord. Be that walking example in the household, out in public. Showing that integrity. Doing the right thing when ain't no eyes on you.
That's right.
That's what builds the strength of your character. That's what show that you really about the Lord business. That's what show.
That's right.
Give me Proverbs 29 and 15.
Proverbs 29 and verse 15.
Read.
The rod and reproof give wisdom.
The what?
The rod and reproof give wisdom.
The rod and reproof give wisdom. Brother, rod is this word, man.
That's right.
It's this word. It's the instructions of the Father. It's the voice of the Lord, man. Because this, again, was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. For us to think about how we need to move, what we need to say, when we need to say it. Everything is calculated. Everything is pragmatic, strategic. Because without this, without a full-fledged working in order mind, you're destroyed.
Bring it out.
Read.
But a child left to himself.
But a child left to himself, read.
Bringeth his mother to shame.
What?
Bringeth his mother to shame.
All of those different videos, bro, are showing that the child, man, bringing the father and mother to shame. You not taking heed to the instruction, bringing the mother to shame. Read.
When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases.
When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth. Seems like ain't no end in sight, huh? Read.
But the righteous shall see their fall. Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. He shall give thee delight unto thy soul. Where there is no vision,
where there is no vision, where there is no instruction, where there is no guidance, when there is no father, where there is no mother actually being obedient unto the Lord, giving that wisdom to their child. Read.
The people perish.
The what?
The people perish.
Where you see it. 12 years old, gunned down because he with the wrong crowd.
Read out.
Sneaking out the house. Now a parent is going to have to bury a 12-year-old child. Right. Read verse 18 again, bro.
Verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
But he that follow the instruction. But he that is obedient, man, happy is he. Go back. Isaiah 3 and 8.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory, to shew their countenance doth witness against them. And they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Say ye to the righteous, that it shall be well with them, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. As for my people.
As for my people. Read.
Children are their oppressors.
You said what?
Children are their oppressors.
Read.
And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the ways of thy path.
Man, take heed to the instruction of the father. Take heed to the direction of thy mother. It's time to repave those paths. It's time to reset that foundation. It's time to add in that rebar. It's time to relay that slab of concrete. Put that fresh mix on, man. It's time. It's time to start walking back in the light, man. It's time for you, as that father, you, as that mother, you, as a father figure, you, as that mother figure. It's time for you to take hold of the reins, man. It's time for you to follow the instruction of the Father and pass that on to the generations to come. Give me Sirach. Chapter 30. Start at verse 1.
Sirach, chapter 30. He that loveth his son causes him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. He that chastises his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance.
Say again, man, the same. You as that father, providing that guidance, providing that instruction. You as that mother, giving that guidance, teaching, upholding your end of the instruction of your father, the direction of your mother. Being obedient. Read.
He that teaches his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
He said, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. Because now the son is operating in the right frame of mind. He's no longer being emotional. He's no longer reacting. He's thinking. He's utilizing the tools that his father has provided for him. No room for breaches, no room for slip-ups, no room for mess-ups. And even if that does happen, he can shake back with no issues. Read.
Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead.
So, though his father is dead, the way he's operating, the way he's moving, the teachings, the instruction, all of this knowledge has been instilled in him and her. So now she's operating as if the father isn't even there. You've instilled in them the integrity. You instilled in them the morals. You instilled in them responsibility. You instilled in them the teachings of the Lord. Read.
For he have left one behind, him that is like himself. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him. And when he died, he was not sorrowful. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends. He that maketh too much of hyssop shall bind up his wounds.
He said, he that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds. Read.
And his bowels will be troubled at every cry.
He's going to be having issues. He's going to be having problems. The same situations that we've seen, those same examples that we've seen are going to continue and continue and continue with no end in sight. We need to uphold our end. We need to be in obedience so we can be in the best shape, in the best mind frame, in the best working order, so we can give our children everything that they need to survive, everything that they need to be successful, everything that they need to be worthy of the Lord. Read.
And his bowels will be troubled at every cry, and horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid.
He say, spoil thy child. He gonna make him afraid. Read.
Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thy heart.
And it's bringing instruction, bringing correction, bringing reproof. You don't always necessarily have to be physical with your child, man. You can sit them down and speak to them. Give them the word of the Lord. Show them where they're going off. Show them where they misbehave. Show them where they're messing up. Don't just let it go. Don't just let this misbehavior, this disrespect unto you and the Lord just go by. Because what you're going to do is create more of those statistics than we just seen. Finish it out, bro.
Chastise thy son, and hold him to labor.
He say, chastise thy son and hold him to labor. If those other boys would have been held to labor, do you think they would have been out there robbing? Do you think they would have been out there stealing? Do you think they would have been out there stick-up kids? If somebody actually instilled in them morals, if somebody actually instilled in them how good it is, man, to build something from ground up and appreciate what you've done versus try to go and take from somebody that's already established or somebody that's trying to do the exact same thing, man. This is the curse of our disobedience. It's going to continue to flow until we start moving like Christ. Until we start instilling those same morals, those same values, that same instruction of our father, of our mother into our children.
That's right.
Into the generations to come. Finish it out.
Lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee.
Give me Proverbs 4:1, and we out. Read that when you get there, bro.
Proverbs 4. Hear ye children, the instruction of a father.
There it is again. Hear ye children, the instruction of a father. Not only you, the children, but you, the father, you, the mother. Hear the instruction. Read.
And attend to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law.
Forsake ye not my teachings. Forsake ye not the mother. Forsake ye not the instructions of your mother. Read.
For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved, in the sight of my mother. He taught me also, and said unto me, let thy heart retain my words.
Let thine heart retain my words. Read.
Keep my commandments and live.
What?
Keep my commandments and live.
Follow the instructions. Read.
Get wisdom. Get understanding.
They say get wisdom. Get understanding. Read.
Forget it not.
Do what?
Forget it not.
You think if those boys, man, would have had that wisdom, they would have all came together on one accord and said, let's go rob this store. Let's go take these cars. Let's go be menace to society. Read.
Forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not.
Do what?
Forsake her not.
Forsake wisdom. Forsake instruction. Forsake understanding. Forsake the word. Forsake it not. Read.
And she shall preserve thee.
And what?
And she shall preserve thee.
But it's just as the Lord said earlier, man. You will find safety in life if you follow instruction. Read.
Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor, when thou doest embrace her.
That's why I say, man, teach. Instill in those trades. Instill in those skills into your sons and daughters. Give them something that they can pass on. That's those treasures, man. Read.
She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall be delivered to thee. Hear, O my son, and receive my saying.
Hear and receive my sayings. Read.
And the years of thy life shall be many.
And what, bro?
And the years of thy life shall be many.
No longer is that father or mother going to have to bury their child. No longer that father, their mother is going to have to see their son, their daughter slowly die away off of the actions, off of the choices, off of the decisions that they've made because you showed a lack in obedience to teach them the proper way. Again, Israel, it's time to break that cycle. It's time to really teach our children how to move like Christ. It's time for us to move like Christ. Let's break that break that cycle of disobedience. Let's end this negative effect on our children. And on that, we say shalom.